Right, here's a little tour of my setup. That's my lighting equipment, as you see right there. And there's my little cooker. And that's the meal I'm about to prepare. And there's my little herbs growing in a pot. That's my sink. And right there is my water filter equipment. I like to filter tap water so you know what you're drinking. And right here is my, let me just turn them off for a sec so you can see. That's the lighting equipment. It looks like an umbrella, and that's just a standard tripod, quite tall because I like it to cast down onto the food like that. So there you have it, there's my little setup. And just to let you know, I'm running I'll put the camera type that I've got down in the down below, and maybe a link to the Amazon page for all my tripods and that sort of thing. Okay, just to let you know. So here we have my iPad. iPad is what I use when you see me reaching over all the time to switch it on and off. This is what you see me hit, this red button here, and that just gives me a picture of what I'm doing, just to make my videos for you. And there we go. So the link to the meal I'm cooking, or the couple of meals I'm cooking, I'll do these separately because I'm cooking these green beans in a sort of farsi style, and this is just lamb chops which I'm going to roast in the oven. Okay, so that's my little place. I'll catch you later. Okay, here we are at my little computer, and just to let you see what it is, let me go here, let's go to details, and you'll see here that I'm running Ubuntu 16.04 LTS long-term support. Ubuntu is free, it's Linux software, it's an alternative to Windows, and all the software you'll see me working on in this video is free and open source. I've got 23.5 gigabyte of available memory. I'm running an Intel Core i7 4790K CPU. I'm running a GeForce GTX 1060 6 gigabyte, and I'm running a 64-bit system. And this particular disk, the main disk it runs on, is a 240 gigabyte SSD, solid state drive. And that's what you need to know about that. So I've got my lovely little family here, and this rather impressive rifle is well, I was in the army for 17 years, so I'm rather impressed with this particular piece of hardware. These are screenshots I've taken from recent films, from the films I'm making right now, and I will open it with the GIMP image editor, which again is free. It's a full function image editing software, works pretty much the same as Photoshop, only it doesn't have all the features of Photoshop, but it's as close as I'll ever need. And you'll see all my graphics, all my stills are produced in GIMP. I don't use any other program for my graphics. So that's GIMP done. So I normally add text or something like that to an image like that, cut it out, or use a piece of it and whatever. So that's GIMP out the way. The main video editing software I use is Kdenlive. with Kdenlive, it's a standard video editing software. It's full functioning. I can go to my drive, go to my video production, and look under projects, and this is what I'm doing at the moment. So I've sorted the videos of downloaded from my camera into what they are. So this is the one for the green beans, this is the one for this one, and my video equipment, and this particular video that I'm doing right now, that will go in there as well, and my roast lamb chops, that goes in there. So for instance, if I want to build a video, I build it from those elements. I've got another thing I have here is I have a starter kit which has got things in like my startup splash, my end splash. It's got my best ingredient is love splash, and these are things that I'll use occasionally, like a footer, so I can actually write something on that will appear at the bottom of the screen. And this one I'll just open in GIMP and then overlay it, so I've got the actual name of the video comes up on the initial splash screen. That's without doing too much editing, because I am a lazy guy. I do things the easy way, you know. So that's pretty much the way I work. So most YouTubers will know how this is done. You drag that in, you work on it, and you tweak it. It is possible to do things like add title clips within this framework, and pull them in, but you know, it's not necessarily I don't find that particularly attractive, so I do my own titles elsewhere in a slightly more sophisticated program, the GIMP, and then pull them in and use them in my videos. That's pretty much how I work. And then at the end of my video I stick on my end titles, or I might actually stick in my best ingredient before I stick in my end titles, and then I do a few more tweaks to make a finished and hopefully polished video for you. So that's my equipment and how I work. And now you know, I work in the IT industry, so I'm a bit geeky and I love to work with a fancy computer, and I do like to work with free and open source software because it's a great challenge for me, and it also saves me a ton of money. Okay, thanks for watching.